Welcome everybody to another video of Vinyl Addict. This is Chili, and on this day in rock, February 25th, 1985, Tears for Fears releases Songs from the Big Chair. Now before I get into this, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, share this video, and if you still haven't, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for updates. Okay, so with that out of the way, okay, so this album was released in 1985. I was 15 years old, and the musical climate at the time was, in America, we had hair metal or glam rock, whatever you want to call it, Bon Jovi kind of type music, Poison, that stuff was kind of creeping in, and we had pretty much solo artist superstars, right? Tina Turner, Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, Sting, even people from like big bands that went solo, Robert Plant, Billy Joel, and so Bryan Adams. And so we had that kind of thing going on, and some of the harder rock bands that did try to survive and they did find a way in the MTV climate, like Heart and ZZ Top, kind of like, placated to, just the culture of MTV. And well, ZZ Top in itself, they found their own way because they weren't as what they would say marketable in the way they look, but they did find a way to survive in the MTV wonderland as by putting out interesting videos. Okay, now in England, we were having like new wave bands coming in from the early 80s, from Duran Duran, very interesting bands, to The Cure, and Tears for Fears is no doubt a different kind of animal. This is the follow-up to their 83 album, The Hurting, which spawned 3 songs, 3 hits, Change, Mad World, and Pale Shelter, but very much so in the UK. Didn't really make an impact here, but this is the album that changed everything for them. And this album, Songs from the Big Chair, which was originally entitled The Working Hour, but Roland did switch it to Songs from the Big Chair. He was inspired by this 1976 television movie called Sybil, which is about a woman with multiple personalities, and so she would be at her psychiatrist's office and had to sit on the big chair, and she'd be like different personalities just telling stories. And so he was inspired by that and came up with Songs from the Big Chair, which is really cool. Now, the songs on here are sounding more progressive. The instrumentation is a lot more sophisticated than The Hurting, which is more just like kind of new wave synth kind of stuff, which kind of like every other band was doing. However, on this one, they really kind of went all out. There's very orchestral pieces type of thing. There's medleys, like with Head Over Heels, it comes into Broken and I Believe, and there's just like this whole kind of a prog rocky kind of feel to it, where and the subject matter, like Shout, is pretty much what Roland says is a political song about protest, and Everybody Wants to Rule the World, of course, is about power. And I think that kind of resonates in every kind of aspect in the world. You go to a job, whether you're working in an office or wherever you are, there's always that person who's not the boss but starts trying to tell other people what to do, especially like if new employees come in and they're that one that's going to try to act like the boss. Everybody wants to rule the world, right? And that's what for me the take is, and so Head Over Heels is a great one. So there was 3 singles from this album. So this is the album that they did become multi-platinum international superstars, and then they would take it a bit further on their next album, Sowing the Seeds of Love, which is more of a psychedelic thing they'll be entering in. And but for 1985, this is where it was at for me. Songs from the Big Chair, Tears for Fears. Leave me a comment below. What are your thoughts on this album? I was 15 when this came out. It was just really cool, a really great band, and they are back together. They just put out something new as well. So leave me a comment below, and with that, I'll shut up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.